Alright, alright, alright. Hello everybody, it's me, Generic Pie, back again with another video for you. And this time it's an episode of Peepin Tom Bombadil, which is where I peep on other people's games. In this case, it was recommended to me by Hybris93. Me and Hybris93 have played a few times in the past, had some good games, had some good chats, and they recommended that I check out this game. That they played against HombreLobo, the Wolfman, and I know nothing about it. I know nothing about it except it was recommended to me, and I know it's quite long. That's about it. I don't know who wins. I know it was a league and ladder game. I presume that would be the Hobbits League. I think HombreLobo is quite a new player. Hybris has been around for probably, I don't know, a bit longer. But anyway, let's dive in, shall we? Hold on to your butts, and we'll see how this goes. Alright, so we start off with the Shadow player. The Shadow player is HombreLobo, as you can see here. They drew into Shadows Gather and the Palantir of Orthanc, some rather tasty starting cards. Rather less tasty starting cards, shall we say, for the free people. With just the last button, I will go alone. HombreLobo allocates an eye, gets a solid roll. You've got your musters, you've got 3 Cs. Don't really want that many Cs, you prefer the armies, but you know, you'll take that. And then a perfectly balanced roll, the supreme balanced roll for the free people. So they start by mustering down Isengard, pass, standard eye movement, standard. Okay, goes for the dwarf northern combo. I'm always a little bit wary of doing that combo. I've done that before, and then you don't roll another hybrid for ages, and then they go into Helm's Deep. So I never do that anymore unless I have a really good reason to. So the fellowship moves, they are missed on a 5, move the armies out here, standard stuff. Fellowship moves again, this time they're hit, it's a 0 reveal, so Gandhi cannot be killed, most frustratingly. And HombreLobo moves Saruman into the game. We have a muster, who's going to muster? Probably the elves, it's the elves. And then we play Palantir of Orthanc. Nicely done. We draw into the next round, so we get the red arrow and Smeagol, and Shadow draws into the Black Captain commands and Stormcrow. So if you're going to get Stormcrow, now is probably the time to get it. Black Captain is always pretty great, although no Witch King yet. Fellowship changes guide to Aragorn, which I think probably makes sense at this point. You've only got 4 dice, you want to move quickly, there's a chance the wizard doesn't die anyway. You simply don't roll enough movement. So yeah, I think that works out quite well. Yeah, they hide. Decent roll here for the, well, okay roll for the Shadow. Quite a lot of eyes there. So the Shadow moves. Sorry, the 3 people move. Oh, sorry, Sarah goes down to war. 3 people move. They are missed on 3 dice. Armies start marching towards Lorien. Hybris passes. Okay, we're doing the kind of standard classic pincer movement, going for both of the elven strongholds here. 3 people move, so the Fellowship move again. This time they're hit. It's a reveal into Moria. Oh no. Oh yeah, because they moved twice. So they got through. That's great. Okay, so they got through Moria. Another tile will now be drawn. Drawn it to 2. And this time they go for a random. You can draw. So I guess at this point, anything is good except for Aragorn. That's just the game saying fuck you. that's extra painful because you even had Gandalf in there to like potentially, you know, increase your chances of it not being Strider. So yeah, that's not good. But that's probably makes this game more interesting perhaps. So the armies continue marching, the elves get closer to war, and the armies continue marching, and then we get the token to get the elves fully to war, which I think makes perfect sense. It's exactly what I would do. Very, very good. Nicely done. So it looks like if we get a half decent roll from the 3 people, those elves are going to get very well defended. So Spirit of Mordor and Mirror of Galadriel, that could be a good time to draw Mirror of Galadriel. And the Shadow gets Candle of Corpses and a New Power Rising. Okay, good cards, pretty good cards all round. You have some very powerful ones here. New Power Rising, Shadows Gather, Black Captain, good stuff for the Shadow here. First ship is okay. Ice allocated. Another quite eye-heavy roll for the shadow. Classic. Just this happened to me the other day. First 2 turns only rolled non-movement dice. Third turn 4 Cs. I mean, it worked out for me in the end, but that I needed those. That third turn is when I wanted to do all of the mustering that I'd set up with the previous 2 turns worth of musters. So it's like, as we say in England, it's like London buses. They all come at once. So this time you get all the movement at once, which, to be fair, it's good for 3 people because they want to get that Gandhi. Oh, going in straight with a W. I think I would have. Oh, that's a tricky one. What do you do here? Do you prioritize mustering, or do you prioritize getting the wizard? I think I would be tempted. I guess. Oh yeah. I forgot. You've got Mirror Galadriel anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you do that to get the muster. Old Forest Road, use the die. No card scats away. So the little Meister. Don't know why I'm calling him a Meister, but he goes into Woodland Realm. Uses a oh wow, using a really, going, making sure that you're getting value for that that elven mustering that you did earlier. Not sure I would have done that. I think with this many rings, this many things, I would have tried to move, hide, move. I think I would just moved. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too rushy. Yeah, HombreLobo says, didn't think you'd use a ring. The way this game is going, I need to defend. Its quickness is no longer an option. I suppose that's a fair point. With Strider dead, speed is perhaps no longer an option. So you might want to focus on defending as much as you can and make sure that you put up a sturdy defense. So they get close. Oh, okay. So yeah, making sure the north are taken down, taking Karak. Oh, Legolas. I'd like to see this. This is always fun. So Legolas joins the crew in Lorien. Oh, so yeah, meant to play I will go alone, heating 1 corruption point in the process. The Witch King comes into play. Wait, what just happened here? Oh no, oh yeah, so Gandalf just became the leader of the Fellowship. They've got the it's kind of mad. So you've got 4 movement dice, and they haven't actually moved. They've just flipped. But 3 people had other stuff to do this turn, so I think it's justifiable. The Shadow is making sure that the north are locked down. The double scouts. Ooh, you really hate to see that as a Shadow. You really hate to see that. It just says no. I feel that. Yeah, that sucks for the Shadow. 2 scouts this early. I mean, how many cards? Was that like, what, 3? 3 cards? 2 of them have been scouts? Wild stuff. Woodland Realm's attacked, which is now a fully defended Woodland Realm. And a very well defended Lorien as well. Going to be, I think, going to be tough. Draw in Swords of Eredor, Bard of Galadriel, and Shadow draws give it to us, and Corsairs of Umbar. Hello. So the Shadow it's not having the best of luck against all these scouts, but they are having good card luck. What do you get rid of here? Probably get rid of tricky one, very tricky one. I think it probably got to be one of these 3. I think I'd probably get rid of I don't know, man. Probably the Stormcrow? Oh, they've got to get rid of a card. Dun dun dun. There we go, they noticed. Yeah, got rid of that one. Extra elite, so now Lorien is super buffed. These are both mega buffed strongholds. Mega buffed. What do you do here with Shadow? I don't know. You cry. I think that's what I would do. So they start consolidating armies down here a little bit. So what moved there? Nern to Gorg. Okay, so they're consolidating these armies and these armies. The Fellowship starts moving again. They're hit. It's an eye. Ouch. But it does mean that the Gandhi man can die. Boromir takes charge. And armies are once again moved. So I think, yeah, so at this point the Shadow is prioritizing making sure that you can slow down the Fellowship as much as possible. I think that makes sense given how horrendous the military is looking. At this point I would be thinking about how can I effectively use my Shadow's Gather to cause a nuisance, perhaps by doing the classic bloop, bloop, bloop movement from here to here to combine and take down Helm's Deep. The danger there is that leaves this very open, so I don't know if that's the best play. A New Powers Rising is played. Yeah, do you even need to use Shadows Together when you've got a New Powers Rising anyway? Warmer Sorrow and Toil is played. Some cards, nuts. South runs go down. A Ring is played, this time to use Miracle Adriel to get the Gandhi Man. But yeah, 2 rings played. I guess you have to get that Gandhi Man ASAP, but using the rings in this manner is quite painful, I think, for the free people. I don't think I'm going to use them both quite. I think I maybe would have not used that first one. Maybe kept one of them. So these armies are consolidating, moving down to attack Rohan and prepping for the Shadows. Sorry, the Corsairs of Umbar. Gandhi is brought into the game. Council Corpse is played, gets 1 hit. I'm going to speed up a little bit because this is going to take forever otherwise. I might have to make this a 2-parter, to be honest. It's been 11 minutes already, so we'll see how it goes. Freefield draws Eagles Are Coming and Aemir, son of Aemond. And the Shadow draws Shadow Lengthens, getting double movement cards and Orc Patrol. Okay, so yeah, man, these cards! Woof. That's what I say. Woof. That's the only word I can use to describe these cards from the Shadow. 1 I added to the hunt. Not the best. Yeah, only 1 movement. And only 1 movement, and you haven't even got Strider. This is going to be very slow for the free peeps. They're starting to ready their forces here. So yeah, this is why I tend not to prioritize the dwarves. I could have got this army in here earlier. Dwarves are looking fine, nothing going on up here. But now, generally in most games, I'd say this is a priority over the dwarves. South runs are at war. Wow, using the 3rd ring to get rid of Palantir. I mean, I suppose when they've got 3 Palantirs, you kind of want to get rid of the Palantirs. The Palantir of Orthanc. It's almost death by too many good cards for Shadow at this point. I mean, obviously you keep getting good cards, but you're going to have to start throwing away good cards at some point. They've already had to throw away a Great Host, which is pretty damn good card. 3 rings in your hands already. Yeah, as Shadow, you'd start thinking about how can I use these rings to just get stuff done. So attack Dol Amroth. I'd probably be using that on one of these P's now, to be honest. So we got the Corsairs going on. Does exactly what I just said. P to an M. Kills a regular and Orthanc. So they're getting ready for some mean old assault over here. Aemir, son of Aemond. Lovely jubbly. Force of Eisen from Orthanc with a big old fat army there. No card, no card. Terrible rolls from HombreLobo. Bad roll back from the Freeps. And the army marches in, soon to be combined with this little gang of schmucks. Little army moves here, because why not? Needed to be done. These are combined. These guys are coming round, presumably, to. Oh, okay, that's clever. So they want to get They want to get this attacked while this is on the third. The one thing you're thinking here, as the free people, though, is if they attack that, it's very, very open. I mean, there's not much of an army here, but that's a completely empty Mordor. So, if you get the right roll, Shadow does have 2 rings, though, which isn't great. They use Orc Patrol on the Shadow, random. Boromir's gone. Also, yeah, I mean, corruption's low, but the Fellowship's pretty low on numbers. Also on Toil kills a card. I did not see what that card was. I don't recall. The Three people having any especially strong cards. They draw into Gua here and Kellerborn's Dream. Do they even have any? Okay, so that could be good to if there's any need to buff somebody more, which is fairly unlikely to be fair. Probably more likely to be used for Daylight. And we get the B-Rog and Olokais. Again, you know, still good cards. You're basically getting the good half of the deck all at once, pretty much, of each respective deck. The Balrog, that's probably not going to come in use against such a strong army, but the Olokai is great. Dum dum dum. Decent rolls all round here. Mustering up again. I'm trying to get this guy in, I guess, to hit. Oh, is that? Yeah, the North guy. What, is he going to defend Rivendell? Or is he going to do a sneaky assault on Moria? Who knows? Western Met from Fords of Eisen. Okay, so I guess they want to make sure they take Rohan first, so that takes those one each. Okay, doing that. Given the size of the armies, I'm not sure. Shadows Gather. Oh, classic. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a lovely trick. Doop doop doop. Does get them to war, but there's no musters. Okay, I actually really love what they did there. I love what they did there. Although, and so they had to kill that one to open up the pathway. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nice play on HombreLobo. I like that a lot. I mean, sometimes you might think, could you not use it better in a more aggressive sense? But in terms of like saving time and preventing mustering and general nuisance and hassle, like I think that's a really good play. 3 people move and they're safe. Wow, amazing. Helm's Deep is put under siege. Only problem here is that that army is not going to take that down unless they get very lucky. Gua here is played. Okay, are we going full? Are we just going like full? Like not even 3 people military. It's just full on hardcore defense and pray that Gollum gets you over the line, which is a respectable play. You just go really slow, play it really safe, and just defend to the hilt. Minas Tirith is put under siege by OK army. No elites there, which kind of hurts. So HombreLobo musters an elite in South Rune. Where's South Rune again? Well, we'll figure it out later. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it's all going on up here. Right. So it's a good chance that the dwarves could be at war in not too long, and then we can see an early mouth, which is always fun. File goes in the pool. Black Captain is played. Wooden Realm is attacked. No card. What could you even play there? The cards are too good, or not particularly good in this instance. The only one you, yeah, there's nothing, literally nothing you can play there. We get the 1 hit, 3 hits back. Good defending by the 3 people. And that's, God, these strongholds are so beefy, so beefy. Turn 7, we get a Lord of the Ring and Half-Orcs Goblin Men. Another great card. And we get an Ents and Kidan Ships. Kidan Ships is very useful. Very, very useful. Amazing timing for the 3 people there, just to make the 1 easy stronghold a nightmare. So that's the risk that the Shadow took there, was they prioritized getting this under siege so that they couldn't muster, but then they forgot they prioritized this when they should have probably just, even without, actually, you know, use Black Captain commands to take this one down, because there's always the risk of Imrahil of Amroth or Kidan Ships. So yeah, that's a bit of a mistake by the Shadow there. So naturally, I imagine the first thing you do is play Kidan Ships. Yes, very nice, very nice. Once again, the Free Fellowship is followed by these sneaky boys. They hit on that reroll, so that worked out great. So they are revealed again. Very, very slow stuff for the 3 people. First ship's flipped. HombreLobo's thinking, what the hell do I do? How do I actually finish this damn game? Or even start getting any victory points. I mean, I guess they've got a couple of cities, right? But yeah, getting any stronghold looks like a nightmare now. This is like it's gonna be a very slow march to take Pelargir. Stop mustering going on. Okay, so one-on-one versus one-on-one. Let's try Pelargir. What's he gonna play? Plays a Moomakill. Oof. I think that's. I think you need a strong. I think that's not the best use of Moomakill personally. I think Moomakill's too strong a card. You only get rolling on 2 dice. I don't know what you're really trying to gain here. I think as the Shadow, you're probably better off just building up a stronger army. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more. You have a stronger army before you attack, and then just if they muster, they muster. If they muster, they muster. You have to deal with it. But you're always going to have more muster dice than the 3 people. So maybe they're concerned about the Minas Morgul. Or something going on here. I don't know, but I think it's probably not the best use of Moomakill there. So 1 hit. Why has HombreLobo said 0 hits? If Moomakill should have been 1 hit each. They forgot about what the Moomakill does. You use the Moomakill and then you don't use the Moomakill power. No. So yeah, this ain't going well for anyone really. Press. HombreLobo gets the hit. 1 hit each. Oh, it's going to be mono. And he, oh, fair fucks. I doubted that move. You forgot about the Moomakill, but you did the job. So, you know, I wasn't sure if it was the right play, but it paid off. And to be fair, yeah, it worked out really nicely, because if that had been given more time to muster, it could have been a much bigger threat. So, good stuff, HombreLobo. I'm sorry for ever doubting you. And now they've completely stopped the mustering powers of the Gondorians, which is really important, actually, really important. So yeah, use a token, draw a strategy card. Combined armies in here, more armies in here. Right, so they're just trying to make the army super strong, give them an increased chance of sneaky. So they waited until just the right time. Very nice stuff. Excellent use of the token there to change the orderage. And then the sneak the little man here, and then you can pop into Moria and cause an absolute nuisance. Oh, I just realized he moves the guy from Osgiliath to South Athelion. Oh, great. I love this shit. Alright, so they draw Grimbjorn and their men. Oh no, sorry, their men and King Brand's men. He says, oh, shenanigans. We do love some shenanigans. Ringwraiths abroad and monsters roused. So again, I mean, still good cards. Desperate Battle's great. And Ringwraiths is always a great card. Yeah, this is some of the strongest card drawing I've seen from Shadowland in a long time. Trying my best. I guess the one thing that's hurting is you haven't really got any like deadly strifes to like really. I mean, yeah. I guess the one thing they haven't really had is they've had some really good in-game cards, but not great combat cards, because you don't want to use the combat effects because the game effects are so strong. So Desperate Battle is the kind of card you want to use to actually break a stronghold, which is good. So yeah, so naturally they are up to 4 VPs, baby. Moria is attacked, put under siege. Leaves 1 behind. In this situation, you've got this army here as well. This is one as a 3 people. You really wish you had some rings to kind of try and seal the deal, because I don't know what you can really do, but could you attack? I don't know. That army can take a stronghold. Definitely take a stronghold, even if you lose Lorien. So 1 attack, use a ring to go here. Next turn, they can only muster so much. Like that kind of thing could get you over the line. Anyway, Moria, we get the Balrog. I mean, that's great to use it. Gets a hit. and misses on the actual attack roll. Presses. Use the Desperate Battle there. I still think that's kind of a waste of a Desperate Battle. I guess you haven't got any leadership here, so you just want to make sure you get it done, otherwise you literally lose the game. So yeah, maybe I'm being overly picky here. Maybe you just have to do it, and yeah, otherwise you've literally got, well, 2 more dice to try and finish it off, and you're running on 6s. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's worked out nicely. Wise thing to do. Yeah, when you're at risk of losing the game, maybe don't worry too much about whether a card is being optimally used. Just, you know, don't lose. So the Fellowship move after a little stay here in the Druiden Forest with some bad guys. Hit a 3, not great. Pippin pops out to hang out with the Gandhi Man. Oh wait, both the Bobbits pop out. How did that happen? How did they both leave? Anyway, does it work like that? If you kill both hobbits, they both leave like that? I don't know. Guess so. So now an elite goes to Morannon to defend that, and well, and presumably to take that back down. Eagles are coming on Wooden Realm. 2 Nazgul killed, and everyone has to piss off except for the Witch King. I always thought the Witch King had to piss off as well. Maybe I haven't been playing that card correctly. Start mustering Northmen up in Bree, and these armies start combining to take down. So yeah, it's being snuffed out, the threat. We play Faramir's Rangers. Wait. Hybris. Oh, draws Faramir's Rangers. Okay, so that's going to have to be used for a shield wall, presumably. Give it to us, put into the pool, and we go into turn number 9. Wizard Staff and Path of the Woses. Could Path of the Woses be used this game? Potentially. If this goes badly, potentially we could see Path of the Woses into Lossenak, I guess. It's an option, isn't it? Player move into 1 Rohan region directly next to Minas Tirith. Must be free for the purposes of army movement. If it's been taken, does that? I think that's that. Yeah, it's not a free region, but it's free for the purposes of army movement. So you could even move like 2 guys here, then take back Pelagia, and be an absolute nuisance, something like that. So the fellowship is declared. A will is used to move the fellowship. They are hit. The orc, yeah. So these extra guys they've had on the fellowship. I mean, this one is a coincidence, but they've really hurt the fellowship a lot, and the corruption's starting to build up now. Ring race is played to again get the leadership onto there. The shadow is being. The one danger here with the shadow is that I think at this point, when you are, you either go full corruption, and then you take this down and just go full corruption, I guess. But at the same time, time isn't on your side. Have they kind of given up on actually winning the game by taking all these strongholds? I don't know. Can I interest you in a field battle? They decides to pass on the field battle. Draws Cruel Weather at just the right time. I'm telling you, this guy's card draws have been wild. Minas Morgul is attacked. No card. What? What? You'll play the Cruel Weather? Well, why? Because he can make 1 movement and then he's got no rings, and then you can put him back here, and then I mean, I know there's a chance Cruel Weather doesn't work, but like, dude, that Cruel Weather, that could win you the game. It could buy you an entire turn. I would not have used that against one guy as well. I mean, it worked. Again, it worked, but could you play something else there? Not really, actually. I don't know. What's more valuable, a Cruel Weather or like using multiple dice to try and kill 1 dude? It's not like the 3 people are about to actually win the game this turn. Yeah, I think I would have saved the Cruel Weather, man. Draws integrable spells, which is nice. What the free people's cards like? Okay, they haven't got any more cards. They play it. They do it. Woo! Amazing. So that's exactly what I was hoping for. I didn't think they'd take quite so many. They're completely giving up Helm's Deep here, but considering everything else is so well defended, like why not? So now the question is, what do they do with that? Do they still? They don't have Faramir's Rangers. That could have been great. I mean, I guess they thought that they wouldn't need it. I don't know where it went, but you could have gone there, got Faramir's Rangers in. Oh, you've got 3 attacks as well. What? I'm curious to see where they go with this. They're gonna go to Peligir, go for Umbar. They're gonna take Peligir and start mustering. Are they just gonna muster here and get a big fat army? You probably want to get away from this army. That game is going to attack presumably, but then that could free up. That could then free up Minas Tirith. Okay, they keep mustering. Good stuff. HombreLobo thinks about it, what to do. Get some leadership over here. Yep, makes sense. Goes for Peligir. Also makes perfect sense. Terrible rolls from Hybris. HombreLobo gets the one head. Yep, that's classic War of the Ring. They run away, which also makes sense because you want to cover Umbar. I'm bad at these chess moves. And Hybris, I'm trying to perplex things. Yeah, when the free people start moving around and being tricksy, it does get a bit chessy. So let's see as much happens. So now chaos is my solution. Well, there definitely is chaos. Yeah, there is chaos. Chaos is the name of the game. So an elite goes into Peligir. So yeah, this army is becoming a serious nuisance. However, the kind of the free people military threat has kind of been quashed, so it's more just slowing down, buying time, I suppose, more than anything, being a nuisance. Use Denethor's Folly to kill a leader in Minas Tirith. How many more guys? They can still muster quite a sizable force here. The question is, do you just hold it and muster, or do you actually... The best chance of actually winning the game with this is to build it up and then do a full-blooded assault into Mordor and try and take everything. That would require serious dice, though, and really you could have done with some more. You kind of need something like a Through a Day and a Night, ideally, or actually, would that even help? That would help a huge deal, but you need some companions there. I don't know. That's what kind of thing I'd be thinking of. Now they get Deadly Strife, and the free people get Fearful Foes and Mithril Coats. The Mithril Coat, crucial. Fearful Foes, yeah, you might as well just get rid of that. 3 Worlds. Does the Shadow have the card? They don't. More musterage. Sorry, be right back. Wife lost her glasses. It happens. Umbar mustering going on. Yep. Also makes sense. A leader and a leader. Okay, so that's the other options. You know, can we maybe consider an assault on the Gundabad? Dreadful spells. Where's this going to go against Minas Tirith? It has to be Minas Tirith. 5 die, right? Yes. 1 hit. More mustering going on. Let's see what the Shadow does. Now they're attacking us. See, again, this is risky because you're diminishing your forces here. They're the forces that can defend you from this army if this army decides to go on a rampage. This army's not going to do much. It's got no leadership. So this army could be a serious threat. Card is useless but cycling. Yeah, so just cycling, that makes sense. The cards is finally starting to run dry a little bit. 2 hits and 2 hits back. So Minas Tirith is dwindling, to be fair, and the Shadow does need to win some victory points too. And they go for the Deadly Strife to finish it off. Let's see how this goes. And they absolutely just smash them, but there's 2 hits back. So yeah, smallish army left, but we have 4 victory points on the board in turn 10. Denethor is dead. Mithril Coat is played. I'm surprised the free people haven't moved. I mean, other priorities in that, but you do have to think about moving the Fellowship at some point. Were there any character dice? I can't remember. Okay, so this army starts moving backward. Oh no, they were thinking about moving this army here, changed their mind, probably wise, because that would open up this route for the free people to sneak around, look like they're going for Umbar, but then actually pivot into South Athelian. Helm's Deep, taken down. Okay, I forgot about that. So now, okay, now the Shadow's getting somewhere. Now the Shadow is getting somewhere. Where can you get the final 4 victory points? 2. You can grind that one down. You grind that one down, then you're up to 8. Just need 2 more. I would go nowhere near this. But oh god, for the free people that are now, you've got 2 big armies. You can definitely take something with this one. But if you take that, it now opens up Pedigate, and if you take something with this one, that opens up Lorien. So you'd kind of have to assault Moria, I think. So otherwise, it's going to get retaken. Interesting game. Thank you for showing this, Hybris. So Grond is drawn, and Rage of yep, back cards are back on the table, boys. Back on the menu, boys. Lots of eyes. Don't want to see that. It's one of those turns where you get all the movement and all the eyes.
A wizard is never late.
Oh,
nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
It's a tasty meatball. So these guys join the party. That's what I was saying. You want some companions, and we got the card to do it. I think Guahir's been on the table. It's been in hand for quite a while, if I recall. So maybe wait for the right moment to do it. HombreLobo says, "I'm glad you have no ring left." Yeah, damn right. Otherwise that could be, well, certainly Umbar. But there's only one muster here. I think at this point, as Shadow, I'm tempted to start the march. Start the march, because you need to do it before. Do you need to do it before they get to 10 themselves? So I think I'd go Osgiliath and North Athelian, and all they can do is muster or move to defend once. They can use a ring, I guess, but you're not going to get much of an army here. And you've only got to take, well, I don't know. You need to take 2 strongholds. I don't know. You got options. This army leaves Helm's Deep. Where are they going? Are they going to march up here to Grey Havens, perhaps? That would be a plan. That would be quite a good plan. Or are they going to go around here to try and do something? That's way too slow, I think, to defend. Athelas, very good Athelas. Very good Athelas. That's really important, actually. Olokai, buffs up here. Is that the army? Are they going to combine these? Okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, they're going to try and combine that. See, that's why I kind of wanted to just get the move on. Get attacking Osgiliath while it was weak and only had 1 guy. And this army wasn't buffed up, and they can combine. And now it's starting to build up a bit of a defense. And yeah, even more so. A Pouted Great is played on the table. Wait, oh, they drew a Pouted Great, sorry. Ring is mine. Dimral Dale from Lorien. Okay, okay. So yeah, so they're going for Moria. Considering the Shadow can only defend with 5 in here, that does make sense. And Umbar is weak. Yeah, I think while Mordor's tempting, because there's 3 attack places you can attack, Umbar is weak. But you really could do with those rings. That's what you need. You need rings. Otherwise, you get 1 monster turn from the Shadow, and nothing happens. Ahaha. And this army starts sneaking out. Okay, so they weren't going either of the things I thought about. I forgot that you could just march them up here. Nice move there by HombreLobo. Day 9 was guard, and there's another way versus Isildur's Bane. Shaz moving. I mean, it feels like they've drawn almost every good card in the deck so far. What's even left? A few decent character cards. But that's fantastic cardage. Quite a lot of eyes again. I haven't looked at the stats yet. Let's have a look. These are all messed up. But here, very high on eyes, very high on hybrids, very low on musters. Don't think the lack of musters has really hurt. It's actually probably been not a bad thing, other than early on for the Shadow. It doesn't feel like it's been a hugely painful, huge problem. Maybe a little bit when they were defending. On the other hand, here we've got negative musters, lots of the wills and the hybrids are really good for the military shenanigans. Moves the dwarf to Eredluin. From Eredluin up to here. Dwarves aren't at war though. Move the Witch King over to here. What's going on? Lamedon from Pelagia. Okay, so you're trying to defend rather than attack. Ah, okay, so this army moved back to defend, and these guys are going here to attack them. I guess that's where the leadership is, and you've got Gandhi. I'm still, part of me still thinking go on the, be more aggressive. But where do you go? I just love this idea of charging into Mordor. That's what I would be all about. Go to Restaurant, look like you're going for Umbar, smash these guys, and then just make a mad dash for Mordor and pray. Pray to God. So this guy dies. Grond is played. Ooh, this is interesting. It's like a race against time. Can they take Dol Amroth in time? Pretty horrendous rolls there with they are terrible. Only gets 1 hit, 3 hits back. Very good rolls from the 3 people. Witch King draws back into Nazgul Search. Swarm of Bats versus Daylight. Good card play there by the Shadow. Horrendous dice rolls though. It's a shame we can't see the dice. Cause you can't see how badly people are actually doing. But feels like it's been pretty bad dice for the Shadow. Oof. Just the oh, hello. Wait a second. Forfeit 2 points. Add 1 to all your dice on the dice roll. Wait, dude. That's not 2 hits. That's way more than 2 hits. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 hits, isn't it? Yeah. So 3 in total. Yep. So they figured it out. Not sure if you can press with Grond. You can, mate. Yes, you can. What? Oh, I don't know. You've got to... I've made this mistake before at Shadow, and I think in this situation, what you have to do is press like a mofo and make damn sure that you take the stronghold, because the defensive bonus is so huge, especially when you're going to be up against Gandalf, because you're going to be fighting a field battle against a Gandhi man with no leadership rerolls. Rolling on 5s against you, I think, yeah, you gotta take the stronghold. Yeah. Now let's see how this goes. What cards have you can play? You could play a Valor, and then you're rolling on 4s, or you go the defensive route and you play. Yeah, I think I'd just go for the Valor here. They've gone for the sudden strike. Oh, hey, even better. I forgot about the sudden strike. Yeah, hell yeah, do that. That's amazing. 2 hits with a pre, 3 more hits, so 5 in total. See, that's, you gotta get the stronghold, even if you know it hurts a little bit to get it. You gotta get it. Yeah, he says should have pressed earlier. Yep. And now the Witching has to run away. Whereas you could have, it might have died if you'd got in there and been attacked anyway, but you would have wasted loads of their precious 3 people dice. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Armies start moving down. Minas Tirith is left empty. Reinforcements to Lamedon to buff up this army a little bit more. Somebody must have points in Gondor. Yeah, I feel your pain, HombreLobo. A Bobbit starts marching over to the Fords of Isen. Where's he going? What's this pesky little hobbit up to? Little mischief maker. Okay, they're taking the hobbits to Isen. Did you just do that move so you could say that? I hope that was the only reason you did that move. Oh, was that all an accident? Oh, I see. The army moved back with the hobbit. I see. I got confused. I thought that was actually like an active move by the 3 people just to move a hobbit, just to be a swine. So Delampus attacked again. Just the 1 hit this time. Pretty shoddy rolls, but no hits back. You can press, and they run away. And now we've got the biggest army ever defending this. Amazing. This army starts its march this direction this time. I guess they don't need to worry about taking Lorien anymore, because how are you going to get 4 victory? Although this is sneakily, I haven't really been paying attention, but this has been very sneakily building up, and you still got a very big tasty force pool. So playing the slow game, the sneaky game. And then long game says HombreLobo. Yes, very no eyes. We get a hill trolls and Shadow's Lair. We get quite a few Palantirs, but not many eyes, which is good. They muster up even more and keep mustering up this one, which is interesting. And this army's marching up here. Is that army going? I guess it's going for Rivendell. And there's no Elven force pool left, so this can defend this if it wants to, or it can go on the aggressive. The way things are going, probably going to be defensive, right? Ooh, that is that necessary? I don't know. Let's see. Another elite debris. This army starts going. Oh, okay. So that army's going to attack this army and leave Moria completely open, and this army is vacating, which means it can't even come to defend. Playing with fire here. Oh my god! I just realised Dol Guldur completely open as well. Oh mate, this is risky as fuck. I mean, when you got two, I guess they've got 2 musters, and they can't do that much with this. But what if they had through a day and a night? You could set it up so you could almost certainly take Dol Guldur at least. I don't know. Risky business, I say. Risky business. Especially when this army can probably take Gundam. If you did like a double attack, and go up there with that, something's going down. Something is going down. However, I suppose the victory points are now up to 7. So it's risky for the free people as well to when they move anywhere away from defending. So we do There Is Another Way. So they get to move, roll for hunt. Wait, did they roll? Oh, and they're hit. That's rough. And it's a 3. Oh, and then so then what do you do? Do you eat the 3? Yeah, they do. They eat the 3 because you don't want to reveal and then get another tile, do you? That sucks. Wait, like 4 turns to move against 1 die, and you draw the worst, arguably the worst tile. Probably is the worst tile. Rage is played. This army is here. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's now going to go to defend Helm's Deep. So you're definitely thinking more about defending rather than about being the aggressor, the free fuel. Uses another ring. Uses a ring to defend. Draws into Wisdom of Elrond, challenge for the king. On turn 13 now. Nazgul Strike and Horde from the east. So that could be handy up here if this doesn't go well. They decide to take that. Fellowship Endless Mordor. We get 1 extra eye and a very Palantir heavy roll for the shadow. Well, Palantir party all round, baby. It's like a bull pool. Ents. See you later, sorry man. That's funny. Now how to handle those elves. What do you do? Decides to just attack the elves. Problem with that is, do they have scouts? Scouts back on the menu, boys. Scouts is back on the menu, boys. I think, where do you go? You can't go to any of these. Do you go to Eastern Met? Woo! You can go to Eastern Met, and then you can threaten to take back Ministerial. You can do all sorts. There's just so much mad stuff you can do. Oh, and he wasted Deadly Strife on it. Oh my god, that's pain. Absolute pain. Scouts has really hurt HombreLobo today. That sucks. No, come on. Yeah. That's rough. There's only 3 scouts, I think. I mean, to be fair, the shadow. By this point, you knew there was only 1 scout left. There's only 7. That was a decent chance that they had it. So what's going on here? They attack the elves again. Wait, dude, you got 3 hits there. Oh, advantageous position. Okay, very, very nicely used advantageous position. They press and they decide to just run away this way. Okay, now they get leadership. So now you kind of got to just run for the hills. Interesting. Would you use that seed to move this army back in here to get them back in the confines of the fortress? No, they decide to muster in Bree to make this army a monster. Part of Celebrant gets attacked. Confusion versus Black Breath. Oh, good confusion. 2 hits, so the leaders survive. Only 1 hit back, but plus the confusion, so that does serious damage. Do they press? And they run away again. Interesting. Okay, I think at that point, do you not just go back here? Keep the leadership in this big army. Helps you defend if this army comes for you. Where are you going to go with that? Where are you going to go? You've only got 1 movement. If you had Through Day and Night, you could make an argument for it, I think, but I don't know why. Otherwise, Sheriff's Lair, so some tiles go in, loads of tiles go in. Foul Thing is played, draws a 3. You don't draw a tile, do you, at this point? Oh no, yeah, you do. Oh, that really hurts. Really hurts. So yeah, they're marching down here, but they're still within attacking range. Shadows of the Misty Mountains, lovely. Guards the Citadel, and they're... Oh, but then you can retake Helm's Deep. That was, I guess, that was the hope. They played it, but why did they not attack back into here? Did they not have an attack dice? I revealed to no corruption. Oh yeah, nice. Breaking the Fellowship. That's just 1 corruption point. Many Kings have some Mordor. That's okay. And what did 3 people get? Guards, and they're back again. All right. How do I definitely kill it again? Saruman, you put it in. Okay, so they get rid of it. Helm's Deep is retaken. Nicely done. Nicely done. So this army comes back. So now you have to muster, obviously. They will put it under siege. So this is like, you know, again, Helm's Deep feels like Benny Hill in the show. Yep. I wonder if that was in reference to the video that I made the other week. Or just everyone says that. Riders of Theoden. Okay, what's going on here? It's been like 55 minutes now. I'm losing my train of thought. So, breaking the Fellowship, gets corruption up by 1. Plays Rise of Theoden, the 1 card in the deck, and it happens to have a companion in it. So it's amazing. It's the 1 thing that could have mustered. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful timing there. Shadows of Misty Mountains played. Wait, from Man Good to Bad to Shadow Hand. I'm confused. What happened there with Matt Shadows? Oh no, it's just an accident, alright. Fellowship's flipped. Attacks the Shire. No card, no card. Shire is dead. We're now up to 7 again, I believe. This army starts marching across. What are they doing? That's risky. Turn 16. Horn of Gondor and Thranduil. Thranduil's going to be used for Valor. Fighting Urukai. Well, yeah, could be useful. Morgul Wound. That will be useful to keep chipping away. Fellowship picnicking in Mordor and dying. So they're just kind of staying still and just dying on the spot. Pretty rough for the old Fellowship. So how do you win here as the free people? How do you actually win? That's the thing. How are you going to get your 4 victory points? Or are you actually... I can't see them getting over the line here unless they get an incredible run in Mordor. There's pretty horrific... Yeah, lots of eyes. lots of reds. You'd have to be very lucky. It's possible. There are some nice tiles in there, but you need an almost pristine run. No elites left. Surprised this. Don't know what's going on here. Don't know what these guys are doing. So now these guys start combining. Still buffing up in Bree. Now these guys start marching towards the Bree army. So what is happening with this Bree army? It's completely surrounded. Where do you go? You've got to get away from this army. You've got to do something. So you probably go... Where'd you get that? Weather Hills? I don't know. You've hardly got any movement though. It's tricky. It's a tricky situation. Do you just hope that you have good combat and then just keep retreating until you get where you need to be? Bree is attacked. Valor against Foul Stench. So the reroll is cancelled, which is really good actually in this situation. However, HombreLobo, oh, it's a good roll. Very good roll. Even better roll. 4 versus 5. Woof. That is a strong fight. Press and redraw. They run away. Yeah, makes perfect sense. And now, as a free people, you presumably attack into Mount Graham and kill this guy. Yep. No card. Sudden strike. Get the 3. Oh! See you later, mouth. Oh! Multiple minions dead. You love to see that. That is great. 2 musters here, so they can muster in Mount Gundabad. But let's see how this works its way out. Did they? Oh, they decided to not follow through with that. Okay, they didn't go into Mount Graham. Is there such meager mustering? Because there's no elites left. That's why. Okay. Oh, that's why he played it earlier and he realised he couldn't actually make use of it. I understand now. So this army combines. I'm surprised. I guess you defended it by playing that, but I'm not sure. I think with that character die, you want to be getting this army close to here rather than worrying about getting this into the pool right now. You've already got a pretty strong pool. Fellowship's not looking good. That's an actual threat in the immediate. So yeah, I think I would have prioritized getting this army over here. So now they take corruption. So they're you're kind of almost giving up on the Fellowship at this point. We draw into Return to the Witch King, the Lidless Eye. Completely gone through the character deck here, the Shadow. And the free people have Axe and Bow and Kindred of Glorfindel. Right, so another eye heavy turn. Okay, this is when, as free people, you want really, really lovely attack dice. Okay, 3 attacks, not the best, but better than nothing. You can do some stuff here. Sortie on Helm's Deep. Ooh, okay. I did not see that coming. I guess they want to start mustering up in Helm's Deep and then go for Orthanc. I mean, how much of the Shadow Force pool is... Okay, there's loads of mustering you can be done there. So, okay. Nice use of Swarm of Bats. Very good, very good. But 3 hits, strong, by Hybris. Okay, they obviously disconnected. So, 0 hits back. That's very powerful. Very powerful. Now you can really start opening up that mustering pool even more. They hole up in Edoras. This army goes that way to get close to the Ettenmore's army. Retreating not adjacent to Bree. Okay, so they're chatting about something. Oh, they didn't realize these two were not adjacent. Right, that's... So they decide to kind of bend the rules because they both had a misunderstanding. 1 versus 2. HombreLobo presses. This army goes here. Are they going to go for Moria now? Buffs up in Helm's Deep. Just a heads up, I have to eat soon. So I guess they're probably in like hour 2 or 3 of this game at this point. I believe by tomorrow we'll be finished or sometime next week. Okay, so now the shit starts hitting the fan. They leave just enough of an army here to defend, and this starts going here. But these are no longer leaders, so this army looks strong. It's big. It's very big, but it's got no leadership at all, and that makes a big difference, obviously. Okay, good usage of that to defend. Keeps mustering up here. Again, I'm thinking here, like, dude, maybe I don't know if you just want to. You really worried that much about that? I think I would have gone for Orthanc. Because surely between all of this you can get to 4 points now. I think. I don't know. You need the dice though. It's tricky. 3i. Do you probably use Mithril? Yep, had to be done. Oh, get the red die. Yep, not meant to be. Not meant to be for the Fellowship today. And the Morgul Rune hits as well, just to rub it in. Yeah, see, I think I'd use that seed. I wouldn't have. Tricky. Very tricky. Help unlooked for. That could be good. Lots of eyes. Don't really want that shadow. Now, could this be the turn? Ooh, that's more like it. 4 attacks, and they still haven't drawn day without dawn. Food has arrived. They've flipped the Fellowship. I don't know. I guess you had to stop it themselves dying. Okay, so they have a little break to eat. Num 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 num. And then Troll Shores is attacked. No card, no card. Gets 3 hits. 5 back. Wowzers. Okay. Stops. They decide not to press. That's wise. Buffs up the army in Western Met and in Helm's Deep. Musterings of a long-planned war. Defends Mordor very nicely. These guys go and hit defend Rivendell. These armies start combining. Gondor regular to Lamadon. Okay, so Lamadon's getting buffed up again. These guys are defending Mordor. Pelagia is attacked. Mighty attack. Love to see it. From the Hobbit specifically, just to make extra clear. 2 hits and 3 hits back, so that kind of hurts. But they run away, so that gets back down to 5 VPs on turn 18. Jesus Christ. No corruption that time because he hid this turn. Through a day and a night. That's what we like to see. Finally, the 3 people finally gets through a day and a night with what 3 cards left. How is that going to be done? Perfect for doing a little sneaky on the old Orthancy, or going pow and going to North Ithilien and then just charging into Mordor, because you don't need to take this one. You can go for Barad-dûr. You can sneak past, sneak, and then go for Barad-dûr. But it's gonna. You need, again, I said it 1,000 times. You need great dice and ideally rings to pull that shit off. But if there's ever a time to do it, this is when you do it. 1 muster, loads of attacks, mate. Go for glory! Come on, through there, light. Yes. Beautiful. Totally forgot about Orthanc. Always multiplying again. This makes sense. You got to just go for the charge, right? Yeah, great, dude. That's when you move this army. You don't muster that one. Now this is really important. Actually, really important, because now the shadow is behind. Now they're chasing. If Shadow had moved this army here, that would mean that when they move this army here, this massive army could go straight in here, and then you've got an absolute mountain of dudes. Instead, now the 3 people can go here, and they're ahead of the Shadow. They can't be attacked by a sizable army, and they can either go round this way, the slower way, or they can charge in here and go for Barad-dûr, which I think is what I would do. I wouldn't have taken back. I think now you've given up the initiative. You could have left the guy behind. I don't think I would have done that. I think you had to go for North Ithilien there, I think. But even then, you still got the initiative. Druid Enforcement. Okay, I just would have done this in a completely different way. I was just purely thinking Barad-dûr, charge for Barad-dûr. But that's just me. I guess this army's quite big, and if they did just fight a field battle, you could just get screwed. But you do have the leadership, you do have the Gandhi, you've got some valor, you've got some daring defiance, you've got some you got a charge, which would be great. Yeah, I think you can probably do it. Oh, okay, they want to make extra sure by combining these two armies. Okay, okay. I can kind of get it, but the thing is with that though is you don't know what you're going to roll. How often do you roll 5 attacks? Like I think if you roll like 2 attacks next turn, you just can't get close. Like this turn, you could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4. You could have got like almost all the way to Barad-dûr, and Shadow could have a great roll next turn. I think that's why I would have gone for Glory right there and then. But that is a fucking monster army though. Having said that, Dwarves not drinking ale. Yeah, Dwarves have a very chill time over here. Decides to just do nothing. He's just doing a little dance. Okay. Went on a tour. Turn 20. Imril Dalamroth. I guess that was killed because you can't use it anymore. There's no mustering left. Bilbo's Song. Oh. Okay. So the 3 people has hit gold here again. I mean, there's lots of musters, but which is not hitting gold, striking gold. But what's the pool like for the Shadow? Okay, the pool's absolutely fine, but they can't muster any more elites, so it's not that great. And you'd want more attack. You definitely want more attacks. The Shadow, you really want more attacks. They heal corruption again. I think I wouldn't prioritize that until like last thing. Right now, I'd still be all about trying to get into Mordor. Mustering stuff up. Okay, interesting. These guys are moving up here. Yeah, now it's going on. Okay, they come up. Ooh. Hey. Is that a good idea? Now you're attacking on. I guess it gives you an extra round. Yeah. Okay. I can. That makes sense. Yeah, that's quite clever. Goes from Minas Morgul, from all of Middle Earth. They go into a siege. I think. Okay, they need to just attack here and pray to God. HombreLobo says, my brain hurts. So they start mustering. What did they go for? Okay, they just go for this. So I think it's risky. Tempted to, because they're going to have an attack back at you with this army, and they're just going to keep pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing. So I'd be tempted to have just gone here for Gorgoroth, and then next turn try to win it by taking Barad-dûr, but you just need 2 attacks to do. But we shall see. They get nothing with that. They get 2 hits. 2 hits back. There's no leadership here. Yeah, they're going down. Yeah, I think this is probably the right play. You're just going to take it down. Let's see what happens. By power cards, done nothing. No quarter. Oh my god, these rolls are horrendous. Again, oh my god. Oh, this is painful for the 3 people because they're having to keep pressing. Are they going to get over the line? They use the mighty attack. Okay, they get their 3. That's crucial. And to be honest, HombreLobo's had such. If HombreLobo had good dice attacking back, that could have been absolutely like GG against the 3 people, because if they need to win there. Oh yeah, but then they can't attack back. Yeah, so it just didn't. Yeah, I think there were lots of little mini mistakes here that made the defense not quite. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was definitely a point where they could have attacked them, right? Yeah, definitely. But wow, they don't know what to say. That was exhausting. Sorry for dragging out so long. It was me dragging it. Blah blah blah. But yeah, hell of a game. Pretty wild one. Thanks for sharing, Hybris. There's a lot going on. Too much for my brain to really analyze. I'm trying to think what the real big crucial moments were. I mean, it worked out, so I can't really fault the outcome. I think there were times when, I'm not, to be honest, this is coming from a bit of a beginner when it comes to free people military play, but I think there were times I would have been a bit more aggressive with the military strategy to try and finish it earlier, because it was kind of very, very good dice that got it over the line those last 2 turns. If you hadn't had that many attacks that second round, I think this could have gone badly. So I think I would have, when you had the 5, I would have just gone for it wholeheartedly. And you were like using dice to defend elsewhere when they were like, I think they were like hybrid dice. I think that's when I would have 100% gone for it. And yeah, just like lots of little bits and bobs here from the shadow. But overall, really, really fun game and very good. I think both players were very good humoured about the way it all worked out. Pretty much every strategy card drawn, almost. The Free People's Force Pool, apart from those lazy dwarfs who were chugging ale, they were all, pretty much everyone else was maxed out. So yeah, wow. You know, Helm's Deep taken back and forth, Ore Tank taken, threats pretty much everywhere. Erebor untouched, dwarves doing absolutely nothing. But I think any game where you have Gandalf charging into Mordor is always an exciting one. But yeah, the game changes so much. It does become like a chess game in these situations, and you have to think about it in a different way. It can become like the position of your armies, having that little bit of initiative and having them in the right places is so important. It's so important. I mean, looking back, maybe the concern was because Umbar was open. Maybe I wasn't thinking enough about Umbar, and the reason the army stayed here was because Umbar was also vulnerable. Maybe that's what I wasn't considering. Where was this army? I can't remember. Was it in Western Rondor? Anyway, I'm just rambling now. But thanks for watching. Hope that was enjoyable. And if anyone else has any interesting games to share, please send them my way. And if I've got time, I'll make one of these videos. Don't just please only send me like 20 turn ones though, because like it's exhausting. It's good to do a 20 turn one every now and then, but like short and sweet is also good. Anyway, love you. Bye.